Back to our TechLounge studio at the Intel booth in Hall 3 of the Mobile World Congress in beautiful Barcelona. Marc Pous is over here. He is an Intel software innovator, but first of all, he's also the CEO of the thethingsio.
Hi,
The thethingsio, what's that?
The thethingsio, it's an Internet of Things cloud solution. Actually, the problem that we are solving is that all the hardware companies who are connecting things to the internet, they make everything from scratch. And they are making the hardware and the software. And we think that that's it's not a correct approach. We think that people should focus on what they are good at. And we are very good on software. So we help hardware companies, actually, with our software and our cloud solution.
So you're in an exciting market right now, right? Because,
Totally.
I mean, we were talking about the Internet of Things for the last 3 years, but now finally it seems to really kick off.
Actually, I have been working on the Internet of Things last 10 years. So now, being here where almost everyone is talking about the Internet of Things, it's pretty exciting, after 10 years connecting things to the Internet.
So, and besides that, you're also doing events, right?
Exactly. So I'm trying to do this evangelization thing, letting know people about the Internet of Things. I'm co-organizing the IoT community in Barcelona and Munich. And I'm also doing new kind of events called IoT Stars. It's mostly focused for startups. So we are looking for the next big things that are coming to the market and bringing them into an event with VCs, with investors, with other startups, with manufacturers. So we can meet each other and have fun and actually know about new projects.
Tell us a little bit about these communities. Is it just like a kind of club and people are just meeting on a monthly basis or something, and then you have your hackathons going on, or you're getting them in contact, you're doing networking together?
So first I would like to contextualize the Internet of Things, what's going on today. And I see a lot of similarities with the web. With the web like 20 years ago or 15 years ago, it was a bottom-up technology. So anyone at home actually could make, like in GeoCities, you could go to GeoCities, set up a website, and actually tell to your neighbors or your friends, hey, I have a website.
Upload some animated GIFs.
Exactly. So actually, I think it's the same story now with the Internet of Things. It's another bottom-up technology. So people actually with some hundreds of dollars can actually buy some electronics, connect the electronics, and connect things to the internet and make it happen. Yeah. And even they can actually grow and there are new kind of tools like crowdfunding campaigns that actually allows them actually to scale and to sell it to worldwide.
Yeah.
And so the people that comes to the meetup events, actually it's this kind of first makers. Yeah. Then there are designers, developers maybe doing websites or mobile applications that are like, hey, what's the Internet of Things? So we have this mix of people. First is more geeky part of makers, that they are connecting already things to the internet, and all the other side of people that they want to learn more and they want to be on this new wave of technology. Okay.
So what's the state of the Internet of Things, or the Internet of Everything, or however we want to define it? What's the cool technology that's out there right now for you?
Yeah, the cool thing of the Internet of Things is that you can connect anything to the internet. That means that you will be able to solve any problem that you have at home, connecting things to the internet, and actually you will be able to solve your own problems or your own needs with that. So we will be on a new era where this one-size-fits-all that we have today on the mobile phones or on the websites will not happen again. So you will be able, or yourself or your children, to program what's going on in your house, or even someone else just building an application for you or for solving your own problem. And I think this is the nice thing of connecting things to the internet as well.
Right. So I think we have a statistic that says in 2015 we have like 20 billion devices connected to the web. And while in 2020 it's going to be like 50 billion at least, right? We have an exponential growth right now.
Yeah, it depends, but yeah, if you think like if you see your room where we are now, we have a lot of electronics here. Imagine connecting everything, even the sofa where we are sitting down. So Intel can.
What's going to happen to my sofa? To my chair?
Actually, I have to tell you that in a music festival here in Barcelona, we connected a sofa to the internet. And actually, it was connected to the DJ stable, so you could feel far away from the concert the vibe of the DJ. So you could sit down. It was an IKEA sofa, actually the cheapest one in the IKEA. But actually, you could feel the vibe of the DJ just sitting down on the sofa and chill there. And yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you like. Imagine now being in Taiwan, sitting down in your sofa at home. Okay, I want to feel what's going on in the concert of my favorite band tonight in wherever in the world. Just plug and you feel it.
What do you think about? I mean, a lot of people are a little bit concerned when it comes to data. When we're talking about big data, which is also like the Internet of Things, not the new technology, right? Big data has been around since we built this first abacus with this little balls, to process big data. But now with all these devices being connected and constantly sensors trying to measure something, I mean, there are amazing projects like the Open Data Project of New York City, where you can see, the different data of the different neighborhoods and districts. A lot of people are a little bit concerned about this, right? Getting constantly tracked.
Yes. Yeah, that's an important question. That said, I think that we need some education on that. I think that Internet of Things will bring something very important. This is something that I think. I don't know if that will happen, but I hope that will happen. And Internet of Things will bring this transparency of what's going on with the data. For example, you float to Barcelona for coming to the Mobile World Congress, and you don't know what happened with your data, in the airports, or when you get into the Mobile World Congress, you actually get your badge scan, and you don't know what data is related with your badge, for example. I think with the Internet of Things, what we will see is that a lot of transparency. So companies will tell you, hey, you are buying this step tracker, like the one that you are that you have, and they will tell you, hey, and we are going to share the data with these companies, and we are going to do this with your data, and actually you can download the data and do whatever you like with your data as well. And I think this, with education and with giving you some knowledge about technology, this will empower us as well. But first, I see it as an action of transparency as well, and that will,
I like that idea. It's all about transparency with this, and it's of course also to anonymize personal data, especially with projects like what I mentioned before, with this transparent data platform for New York City. They anonymize the data, the personal data of people that are living in the different suburbs and in the neighborhoods and in the districts, and so that they are capable of publishing them. And then you can see the benefit that you're getting out of this.
Well, in Europe, there are some strict laws about privacy.
Yeah.
Actually, Spain and Germany has the most strict privacy laws in Europe. And then, I don't have the same information about, I don't know exactly what's going on in States. But that said, one thing that people should know is that the problem is not the hardware.
Right.
The problem is the software.
Yeah.
I mean, for privacy and for security. I mean, so even old sensors and old hardware actually being processed by new software, that's the most dangerous thing that can happen. So think of the Internet of Things not on hardware, but on the software that it's running on the clouds and on computers.
Actually, Barcelona is on the forefront of a smart city, right? You're doing a lot of things over here. Can you just give us a little bit of an idea of what's happening in Barcelona? I know that there are also some conferences going on here, and in general, that Barcelona is positioning itself as a smart city.
Exactly. Barcelona is very good on marketing, actually.
Okay, so it's just marketing?
No. I didn't say that. But no, it's very well known that Barcelona is trying to lead the Internet of Things and the smart cities revolution. And actually, it's very nice that the City Hall is doing partnerships with local companies who are actually making hardware to connect this hardware in the streets and to test it. And actually, it's nice that I know some of these companies that actually presented on the meetups, and they are like, yes, and we have in this street, if you go to that cross, you can see our sensors there. And actually, when our customers come to Barcelona, we can go and actually show them that there is a testbed in Barcelona using our sensors and our software and everything. So the City Hall, actually, it's very, it's getting a lot of help to these entrepreneurs and startups and companies to deploy the hardware on the streets. And that said, yeah, they closed this agreement with Cisco, but also, yeah, the open data, it's also, yeah, they also have a portal with open data, and they launched in the last month like also a cloud solution to share data from the citizens. And it's also open source, so people can just bring new data, new sources, new plugins. So yeah, they are doing a lot of good job on smart cities.
To see the development and the progress on the hardware side, right? This must be very, very exciting for you right now. I mean, already started with like platform like Raspberry Pi, but then I think it was like last year when Intel announced the Edison at that time, and now you're getting devices like a full little computer of the size of an SD card, right? That you can just build into, well, things again. This must be like, for you, it must be like a dream comes true, because you immediately, well, you know that you're in the right business, on the right market.
Exactly, yeah. As I told you, the first project I worked with, it was in 2005. We were connecting wheelchairs in a hospital with PDAs.
Yeah.
Not to the internet, to the local networks. It was a very cool project, because the patients on that hospital, they had strokes and they couldn't move themselves.
Yeah.
And so they invented these autonomous wheelchairs that were moving autonomous and moving the patients to the gym, to the lunch, etc. And we had like a real problem of what electronics should we use for that. And yeah, we finally used PDAs and electronics that in 2005 we could find.
Right.
But then, yeah, with the Arduinos in 2007, Raspberry Pis, everything improved a lot. And yeah, everything it's getting smaller and smaller, like Electric Imp and now Edison, yeah, like a very powerful CPU plus memory, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth together in a really small chip. And that's a real change. And the most important thing is that people, it's using it more and more. There is more documentation. For example, last week I was in Madrid doing a workshop with Intel Edison. And there was one guy who was saying, no, I'm going to install Ubuntu on the Intel Edison. And yeah, and you can make it, and you can hack it
right.
to actually solve your problem and do whatever you need with that electronic. And that's really cool.
Your position as an Intel software innovator. So how does it work together with Intel? You just mentioned already that you did an Edison workshop. Are you also doing hackathons? Are you getting developers together, introducing the Intel hardware to them, especially Edison?
Exactly, yeah. I help Intel spreading the word of the Internet of Things, mostly in Europe, and then sharing with some developers about the new Intel platforms. So going to, yeah, for example, like I've been in Berlin, Barcelona, Madrid, and Munich, showing to developers, for example, my last experience, like the sofa that, holy God, we could have the Edison and that would work much better than with the Arduino Uno that we used that time.
It would be a little bit more powerful then.
Exactly, and yeah, you cannot imagine the problems that we had to have it working.
Oh, I bet, especially with the PDAs at that time.
Yeah, the wheelchairs. No, but the sofa, we used Arduino Unos and we discovered all the bugs that they have in the operating system, etc. Yeah. So now with these new embedded systems with Linux, etc., it's improving a lot. But yeah, I'm helping Intel, going to work, giving workshops to developers. And for example, in Berlin, we were like 80 people very interested. In Madrid, there were like 40 hackers, like real hackers that they wanted to hack the whole Intel software and Linux, etc. So it's pretty interesting to be actually daily meeting this kind of people and seeing, what's the state of the art of the Internet of Things.
Plus, you can also connect to the maker scene with these things, because my background is embedded. I'm coming out of the IPC industry, and like in the early 2002 or 2001, the smallest devices at that time you could get, or with a real proper form factor, were mini ITX main boards or nano ITX main boards, but already x86 systems, right? And people were just building them into toasters or to Millennium Falcon models and whatnot, and already building crazy platforms out of this. And you could really tell how they appreciated to have a small form factor, a powerful device, and now they can build things. But now I have this on, as I said, on the side of a micro or on an SD card, and the opportunities are just absolutely amazing.
Totally, yeah. And the good thing is, if we introduce this into education of our children, so the opportunities will be infinite in the future.
So what's the next big thing for you? Or the next small thing?
Yeah, that's a very good question. First, to help, we are helping with our startup, thethingsio, a lot of hardware companies to get connected to the internet. Actually, it's pretty exciting, from light bulbs to medical devices to displays in the house. So that's our main focus. And then actually, these IoT stars yesterday worked very well. So 60 startups applied at the event. And we think that actually Intel was sponsoring the event, and we think that we can move it all around the world and actually put in contact all the entrepreneurs doing this state-of-the-art of the Internet of Things.
I love that you can reach out to so many different communities right now. As I said already, we have software developers, we have hardware hackers, we have the maker scene, and we have those guys that are building infrastructures in the cloud, and we have those guys that are helping companies to build these infrastructures, and that's what you're doing with thethingsio.
Exactly, yeah.
So, thank you so much, Marc Pous.
Thank you, Sasha.
If you want to get to know more about Marc and his company, go to thethingsio. We are going into a break of about like 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to be back with... Oh no, I don't have a touchscreen. I'm always forgetting about this. So it's a new device without a touchscreen. After using a touchscreen Ultrabook for the last 2 years, we have Sanjay Patel, the co-founder and CEO of Personify, and he should be here roughly around noon. I see you soon.